Are you thinking about buying a Jeep? Because if you are, there's a good chance your mind is jumping to something like the Jeep Cherokee. But this is a lower cost alternative that's not actually any smaller. It's the 2023 Jeep Compass. And after an interior refresh last year and a new engine this year, I can happily say that this is the best Compass ever. And even better than that, Jeep loaned me a Trailhawk trim for this review, which means that we get to play with one of the most off-road capable crossovers in the segment. If you're new to the CarGurus YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. And now let's take a better look at this Jeep. The first thing you notice is that this doesn't have the newer, more forward-leaning grille that you see on the Grand Cherokee. This is a slightly older style for Jeep, but it's smooth and pretty stylish. It's got cleaner, sleeker lines than what you'd find on a Wrangler or Renegade. But would you rather the next generation Compass model adopt the Grand Cherokee or the Wagoneer's look? As I mentioned earlier, we are driving a Trailhawk trim today. Can you tell? Beyond the graphics, the Trailhawks also get an extra 1-inch suspension lift for a total of 8.6 inches. Factory skid plates, the red tow hooks at the front and at the back, and these gloss black wheels. The wheels are wrapped in slightly more aggressive tires than you'd find on a typical Compass, but it's still not real off-roading rubber. Although the tires do look a bit light, the Compass's geometry lends some serious credibility. A 30-degree approach, 24-degree breakover, and 34-degree departure angle are all leaps and bounds better than what we noted in our recent Subaru Crosstrek video. That's a crossover that will have no problem getting you to the trail. This is a crossover that'll get you heading down the trail. The Compass is even better on the inside. This model used to be a bit of a punchline. A Jeep you would only buy if it was the end of the month, it was loaded with incentives, and you needed a car like yesterday. Now it looks kind of fancy. A big reason for that is last year's interior redesign. It got an all-new dashboard, a better touchscreen, and some nicer materials. Interior space is pretty good too. The Compass definitely feels big enough up front, and in the back there's space for 2 adults. 3 across would be a squeeze, and taller folks will have their knees up against the front seats, but they're soft and it's not uncomfortable. Cargo space measures 27.2 cubic feet behind the back seat, or up to 59.8 cubic feet if you fold down that seat. Not only is that more than you should be getting from a subcompact crossover, it's also more than you get in a Jeep Cherokee. Now, all of those changes in here, they were new last year. For 2023, the big news is not in here, it's under there. A new 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine now comes standard. You get it on the cheapest Compass and you get it on the most expensive Compass. The old engine was a 2-liter, but this one is an entirely different animal. For one thing, it makes 200 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque instead of 180 horsepower and 175 pound-feet. That's what you got out of the old Compass's engine. And while that doesn't sound like it's a monumental leap, what's important is when all of that power arrives. You used to have to spool the Compass up to 6,400 RPM to get the max horsepower. But now you get it at 5,000 RPM, and torque's an even better story. You used to get 175 at 3,900 RPM, and now you get the full 221 at 1,750. God bless turbochargers, because driving this Compass is an entirely different experience than the old one. The old Compass felt lethargic, and this one feels almost impatient. Jeep also swapped out its somewhat troublesome 9-speed automatic transmission for an 8-speed automatic. In general, it shifts fine, although I have had some hard acceleration moments where it seemed a little bit frenetic. But overall, it's a fine transmission, particularly for this car's typical application. Now, previous Compass models got a 6-speed automatic transmission if they were equipped with front-wheel drive, but in 2023, all Compasses come standard with all-wheel drive, meaning that 6-speed auto has been relegated to the trash bin. In Jeep speak, Trailhawk means dirt. not pavement, and Jeep has made some mechanical and technological upgrades to make the Compass feel relatively comfortable and capable driving off-road. A 20-to-1 crawl ratio, a rock-specific driving mode for the select terrain all-wheel drive system, and hill descent control are all included on the Trailhawk. The trunkier tires don't exactly help handling, and the steering isn't razor sharp, but overall it's still pretty good on-road, particularly considering how it's handling all of this off-road. Now, fuel economy is also a little bit improved with this new powertrain, although it's still not fantastic. You get 24 mpg in the city, 32 on the highway, and 27 in combined driving, although we're actually only seeing 24 mpg in our combined driving tests. So your mileage may vary, literally. I don't think most shoppers think about tech when they think about Jeep, but they kind of should. This 10.1-inch touchscreen is standard, and it runs Uconnect 5, one of the most fully featured infotainment systems on the market, especially in this class. You can pair Bluetooth to multiple devices. It includes wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, and our car has a wireless charging pad, although that costs extra. It's part of the driver assist group, which, as we'll get to, is not cheap. You can also get a 10.25-inch color customizable driver information display, again, if you pay for it. All told, the Compass delivers class-leading technology, and I'm super impressed. And safety is pretty much the same story. Now, we are seeing more level 2 autonomous driver assistance systems in some of the competition, and the Compass can't boast that. But for the most part, all of the typical ADAS features, well, they're all here. That includes blind spot monitoring and full stop-and-go capable adaptive cruise control, which are often relegated to expensive packages on other cars. And our car has Jeep's Highway Assist, which will use the adaptive cruise control system with the lane keeping assist system to effectively drive the car for you, although you have to keep both hands on the wheel, or I guess maybe at least one hand on the wheel. Now, unlike some past iterations of the Jeep Compass, this one is an incredibly impressive little crossover, so much so that it actually kind of makes the Jeep Cherokee feel a bit redundant. I mean, why would I buy a Cherokee for $35K if I can get a Compass for $28K? Well, the reason is that you're not getting a Compass for $28K. First, Jeep has increased the price of the Compass. Last year, this car started at $27,285 before destination, but now the before destination cost is $29,995. And then there is that destination fee. It's almost $1,600. That makes me think that Jeep needs to renegotiate the rates with their shipping company. I know this is coming from Italy, but the Nissan Ariya, for instance, that only has a $1,335 destination fee, and it's coming all the way from Japan. What's worse, there are a lot of option packages on the Compass, which means that you very well may end up having to pay a little extra to get the features you want. And those option packages, well, they're expensive. Our test car has the driver assist group. That costs $2,640. We also have the Trailhawk Elite group for $3,235. The Sun and Sound group, which is literally just the big sunroof and an upgraded stereo, that's $2,580. And the Trailer Tow group, well, that's the bargain of the bunch at just $925. And that brings the total as tested price here to $46,720, and I get it, cars are more expensive these days, but you can't be spending 47 grand for a vehicle this size, especially if it doesn't have a luxury badge. Aha, but maybe that's the key, because Jeep doesn't really feel like it's a mass market brand anymore. It's certainly not priced like a mass market brand anymore. So let us know what you think in the comments section below. Has Jeep made that leap to the luxury or near luxury territory? Thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the CarGurus YouTube channel. And if you have a car to sell, remember that you can now do that 100% online at cargurus.com. So go check that out, and we'll see you next time.